T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys.
Yeah.
You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, lovely people. Welcome back to Kopish. It is the match review. So I was going to say preview. Definitely not preview. Match reaction, full time, and the player ratings. Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1. Liverpool chalk up their first win of the Premier League season. Goals from Luis Diaz, Mo Salah, and Diogo Jota to seal the victory. The front three, or the starting front three, all get a goal each. Joined by the one and only Drifty. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Drift, your thoughts? Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1. I did predict it as well, still.
No, you know what you did? You actually did. Yeah, when they scored, I thought, I was an idiot. Well, why didn't I listen to Cal? Why did I actually think we'll keep a clean sheet? Like Liverpool are actually capable of such a thing. I don't even think we know what a clean sheet is. First and foremost, and I'm sure we'll get into it.
Sorry to cut you. My neighbour's having a rave at the moment. I don't know if I'm being serious in terms of I don't want any music to come through the mic or anything.
Oh
so
no, I can't. No, I can't do it.
If you hear anything, do let me know though, because I don't want to get the video taken down.
Hold on. No. No. Let's just get this out of the way before we go into what it is actually. 2 games in a row now. The officiating has been absolutely shocking, and I don't want to spend the rest of this season having to talk about referees, but they've clearly got it in for us now. Like we watched the way last season ended, the beginning of this season. We know Klopp's was like very vocal about talking about them. He's had falling outs with them, etc., etc. Like it's getting beyond the joke now. It's actually getting beyond the joke. Like I have no doubt in my mind that this has to be some kind of like deliberate thing, but it is what it is, innit? We move. But
sorry to cut Drift. I'll be honest with you. Maybe I don't even think that was a yellow card.
Wasn't even a yellow. It was a 50,
I don't even think it was a yellow.
Guy was faking it.
I know I'm being picky, but who's their player that got a yellow card for taking down Gakpo? I think it might have been the goal scorer. He should have actually got a yellow card previously for blocking Alisson taking when he was running out with the ball to throw it to have us transition on a counter attack, and he didn't get a yellow for that. That was
not even just that. I don't even know his name. I just saw the number 3 on the back of his shirt when Dominic made a beautiful run down the right side and had to skip the challenge. Yeah. And the player literally came off the field with the aggression and the force he went in. Out. Bruv, imagine if he'd have hit Soboslai with that tackle.
Oh, no. It was Tierney on VAR. Why am I not surprised?
Wow,
it was Tierney on VAR. Why am I not surprised?
There you go then. So, in my opinion, I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna leave it there. The refereeing is just how on God's green earth that was a red card. That has to be rescinded.
That
afterwards
better
now.
get overturned.
It has to be rescinded. Like anyway, let's not even go up because I don't even want to talk about them dickhead referees. For the game, bro, worst start I think I've seen at Anfield for an extremely long time. And when I say I don't even mean that lightly, I mean for about the first 15 or 20 minutes, Bournemouth were really on us, and we looked like the away team and they looked like the home team. And I was thinking, are you actually kidding me? I don't know what Ali was doing for the goal. I don't know what any of us
It
would.
wasn't Ali for the goal.
Sorry for the one that was chalked off. Sorry, like he was kind of like lucky, so to speak. From what
one chalked off.
Yeah, remember they scored, and then like within like 2
Oh.
minutes they scored again.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of the other one where Allison mispast it and then took the player out. Sorry.
Yeah, no, like I don't know what we're doing in that first 20 minutes. I really, really don't. It was shocking. But finally, we put our foot on the ball and we woke up after about maybe 25 minutes or so, or whatever it was. And then a Diaz goal kicked us into gear. And then from then on, I think we grew.
Keep up, Cal. Sorry.
A
lot happened in that first 15, 20 minutes.
No, it did. It actually did.
Apologies.
And then we grew into the game. And then in the second half, we absolutely bossed them. Like, we absolutely did. They had a few moments that, obviously we can talk about. The defending, we're always going to give the opposition chances, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. But generally speaking, we dominated the whole of the second half and even got a goal after the red card, which was beautiful.
I think we looked better when we went down to 10 men. And that's nothing on McAllister before anyone gets any madness or anything like that.
No, because he was playing well before he got the red card.
No, 100%. But we looked better as a team when we went down to 10 men. It's weird.
Yeah. Do you know what? Because I think we realised that we'd been hard done by. When everybody just picks it up a bit because you're like, no, what's going on here? Hold on a minute. Like, bun that. And we did, man. I think we really bossed the second half. Bournemouth aren't a good team. And that performance is a little bit worrying, as in, even though we bossed it, that opening 20 minutes or so, you do that against Man City or Arsenal or a team like that, and you might be 3-0 down, you can't come back. The funny thing is, though, last week we were off for a flyer for the first half an hour, and then we weren't good for the rest of the game.
Weird.
So we've literally swapped around from last game to this game.
I think it's an arrogance, Jeff. I think we have an arrogance at Anfield against smaller teams.
That we think we're just going to roll them over.
Yeah, I think it's because, bruv, that first 15 minutes was appalling. Shout out to Jamie Phillips and Luke Tanner. Like, we were messaging each other separately, and we were all just saying the same thing. It's weird because they were both messaging me separately, but saying the same thing. Like, what the hell are we doing? Like, it just wasn't right. But we did turn it around. So I can't sit here and have too much vim for that first 15 minutes when the rest of the game, 75 minutes, we dominated and we were pretty good, to be fair. I still don't think we were great. I still think we've got a lot to improve on, but we were good and we got the important win. Just want to highlight a couple of the negatives before we speak about the positives and do player ratings. Trent, potentially, he went down with an injury there.
Yeah. So it happened when he landed from jumping.
Yeah.
Meaning it could be a knock, but it could be a twist.
Or bad landing, yeah. I feel it might be a bad landing.
Yeah, but if it's a twist, he's looking at 3-4 weeks maybe, which that ain't the one, bro. If it's a knock, then I think it'll be all right.
Max Aarons went to Bournemouth for 7 mil.
I know, remember we spoke about it the other day.
There's no one in the world that can tell me getting Max Aarons for 7 mil as a backup wouldn't have made all the sense in the world. Even if you flip him next year and you want to bring back Connor Bradley and Calvin Ramsey and you flip him next year and get double their amount, I don't understand it.
I mean, to be fair, and again, a lot of people might be like, Drift, what are you talking about? Based on, a few performances in pre-season, I think Joey might be ready to step in and be that right back if it's just for a couple of... Remember, the international break is coming up soon.
Oh, I'll be honest, based on pre-season, I wouldn't agree with that.
No, I think the last 2 games of pre-season, Joey was good. I think it was the first 2 games when he looked really shaky. I think in the last 2, Cal, I think it was good. I think he did all right. Because he played at right back, if I'm not mistaken, in the other 2, and he played at centre back in the first. When he was at right back, he looked all right. He looked all right today. I know it wasn't on the field for long, but he looked all right today. Like, I don't know. Maybe he can step up now. But at least we have him there. You know what I mean? We should go and get a better one, but he's there, innit?
system-wise, Drift, what did you think of the system? Obviously, Trent inverted, and what did you think of it today?
Bruv, I can't work out this system, because it looks very similar to what we used to play. But we never, ever used to be that easy to get at. And I'm like, is it literally what I was talking about last week when I was saying our front players, primarily Bobby and Mane, were just so good at pressing from the front? And then the intelligence of Genie and Endo to know exactly when to follow to squeeze the space were just so underestimated that we didn't realize just how difficult it was for them to keep that up for the 2-3 years of how brilliant we were. Because, like, why are we that easy to get at? Even now with good midfielders in the middle, we're still easy to get at. Like,
because I think the shape doesn't
weird,
suit
bruv.
us. I think, you know, the saying, too many cooks. So you see when we go inverted, it means Ibu has to come out wide. And I'll be honest, I thought Ibu was really good with the ball at his feet today. I know he gets quite a lot of stick for it, but there was that time in the first half where he dribbled past about 4 or 5 players and got us going. But what that does is, instead of Ibu looking to his right and saying, I can pass it, it means he's got to go straight back in field. So it's easy for the pressers on the other team to negate what we're going to do, because all they have to do is force us back in field, which is all we can do, really, unless Ibu's going to go on an amazing run. Not just that, it forces us to go in field in the middle as well, but doesn't have us with any natural outlet. So if Trent is down the right and he receives the ball, he's got 2 options. He can go back to Ibu, or he can go up the line to Salah. When Ibu's got the ball, because Trent's not there, he can only really go to Virgil, who's then moved into the middle, or if one of the DMs or midfielders comes deep. But if a DM or midfielder comes deep, then that midfielder, whoever's come deep, is further away from the attacker. So it's going to take longer to get to the attack as well. I just don't think the system works. And the only way it's going to work is if you have all the personnel who are perfect for the system. So you need a you need a left centre back for a start. You need an awesome DM for a start. And then you can maybe look to implement that system. But as of right now, you can't do that. And again, bless him, we're going to speak about him. But poor Gakpo having to play as an 8 again, it's not right for him. It's just false 9 and number 8 are 2 different positions. And I know we had this conversation back in the day about Firmino and stuff, but we're having it about Gakpo now. And it's not fair on him, in my opinion, for him to be put in that number 8 position and having to do an inverted system as well as playing in an unfamiliar position for him. So for me, look, I'm not a fan of the invert, but I'm less of a fan of it when we don't even have the right personnel, because I just think it's so easy for the opposition to get us, as we saw today.
Do you think it's got something to do with the fact that because he loves Cody and because Cody is such a brilliant player, he's kind of finding it easy to justify it to himself because he wants Cody in the team, but he wants Jota in the team as well. So he's like, oh, well, I'll just put Cody in the 8 and at least he's playing, kind of thing.
I just want to clear one thing up. Guys, I know I laugh and joke when I say Cody's in the 8, I need flowers. I'm not saying that because I want to see Cody in the 8. I said that because I predicted it, and Matt and Drifty rushed me on WhatsApp. That is a big difference. I never wanted to see Cody in the 8. I said it's going to happen, though, because I could see it from a mile away. I don't want Cody playing in the 8. I never have, never did. I still won't going forward. I want Cody in the 9 on the left, or if we're going to play 4-2-3-1 in the 10. But him playing as an 8, be honest, Drift, you kind of said it the other day, and I disagreed with you at the time because I didn't know the extent of what was going on with Curtis. We're playing him because it seems as though we don't have a DM. We've got a DM now in Endo, but he only just come. So Max having to play as an 8. Curtis obviously is injured at the moment. Thiago's unfit. Bichetic has just come back, and I don't think he fully trusts Harvey. And I don't blame him for not fully trusting Harvey, because I don't know if Harvey fits into this system. So by default, he's going with Gakpo, which again is not right.
Yeah, he doesn't. Elliot is like a brilliant player in his own right. He just doesn't. He doesn't fit in. In my opinion, he doesn't fit in. Every time he comes on, I just think he's a bundle of energy, but that's it. Like even today, he was trying to do little flicks and stuff. I'm like, bro, we're 3-1 up, but we're down to 10 men, bro. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that, bro. What you doing, bro? Don't do that. Like, yeah, obviously Jones has got a knock to his ankle, which is why he didn't start the game last week. Didn't play any part today, so maybe the knock got worse during training, or maybe he made it worse coming on against Chelsea. I don't know, but yeah. So obviously, that means that with McAllister getting that red card, if they don't take that red card away, bro, then that means that we pretty much only got 3 midfielders now that can play.
Well, Bišćak was on the bench today, and I think Thiago's meant to be close as well.
Oh, was Bišćak on the bench? I didn't see the bench.
Yeah.
Did he make the bench today?
Yeah, I think he was. Can I ask a question? Because again, going off Klopp's quote, he was speaking about Bišćak, and he said, "Look, we really need him. Like, really, really need him." And the way he's spoken about Endo, again, like, this is a Klopp signing. Like, I don't think there's any two ways about this one in terms of Endo. Do you think it is a case of he's looking at Endo thinking, right, you're the elder statesman and I've got Bišćak now, who's the young upcoming player. Do you think he's actually looking at that and thinking, I'm good here and I just want a centre-back now?
Well, if you go off of the performances that Bišćak gave us last season, then he would be justified in that because he was brilliant. And if you're good enough, you're old enough. Bišćak was brilliant when he played last season. No two ways about it. He's actually our best midfielder.
Yeah.
But I think it's a lot of pressure on him at 18, regardless of how good he is. I would rather we got another DM who's more certified and let Bišćak play some cup games and a lot less pressure Premier League games and not have to play Man City away. And do you know what I mean? And games like that. Like,
bro. Chill. I
don't want him to. There's no respectfully about that, mate. One more and you're done.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I think we need to get another DM, but I get why you think that might be what he's doing. I just think that would be the wrong thing to do if that is the case. But it's very easy to forget how good Bišćak was for us because he hasn't played for a while. He was brilliant when he plays. So, I mean, it's only his first game. But man,
no. I'll be honest with you.
I'm hoping it's the Flacco situation. That's all I'll say. I'm hoping it's the Flacco situation.
No, Drift, we can't.
I didn't think he was up to speed, but then eventually he was up to speed.
No, Drift,
I hope so.
No, we can't do that. Drift, again, you know my thoughts on the Endo signing, but bro, we cannot. I'll be honest, we can't even judge him off that. He came on when we were down to 10 men in a fast-paced game. First time, has had one training session. We can't judge him off that. We can't.
No, I'm not judging him, but I have to still reflect on what I saw, and I didn't like what I saw.
He did one thing wrong. He made one tackle. That was wrong.
No, there's a couple of times I think I don't want to go into it because I don't want to pile on top of him. No, don't you remember that time when him and Trent just got absolutely spun, bruv? Like, and I was like, oh my god, is my DM still getting spun? I thought Flacco leaving was going to stop.
Was that Justin Cliver who dribbled between them?
I can't remember who the Bournemouth player was. I just know that it was down on the left side, on our right, and like him and Trent just got absolutely spun. And there was another time when he was out of position. I was like, but again, he did come into a hectic game.
Bro, what is the position of the DM now, though? Because of the inverted system, what actually is the position of the DM? So, like,
again, look, I'm not passing judgment on him. I just didn't like what I
think it's harsh to speak on Endo right now.
I don't like what I saw. I didn't like what I was watching, but I'm not gonna judge him on it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna judge him on it. But he better pick up.
Positives before we do player rating. I'm happy the team were able to gather themselves after going 1-0 down. Not in an arrogant way, but I never felt worried when we went 1-0 down. I did sit there and go, it's going to be a long season because we're still making the same mistakes. But I never sat there and thought, we ain't getting back into this game. But I like the way the team bonded together and got the game going and took control of the game. I think we've got a centre-back who's getting back to his best again in Virgil van Dijk. We'll speak about him. We've also got a midfielder who shows that you don't just need energy and that you can have energy and still be flipping class on the ball. And that is Dominic Szoboszlai. I was almost going to swear there. What a great player is. No.
Do it, Cal. His performance deserves it. Do it, bro.
No, I'm not going to swear on it. What a great player. What a flipping great player.
Do it, Cal.
I love the kid already, man. He's flipping amazing.
I didn't realize how quick he was, bro.
Bro, me and Matt have been saying this. I know Matt went quiet on Dom because we didn't look like we're getting him. Go back and watch my members video, bro. I've been talking about him.
I didn't know he was that quick, bro.
Signing, bro.
He is rapid.
Bro,
I did not know he was that quick, bro.
Bro, he is the closest thing we're gonna get to a Kevin De Bruyne. The guy is phenomenal, man. Him and Alcantara in midfield. Oh my goodness! I've got them on deck already. Look, look. him and Alcantara in midfield. I've got it on deck already. I'm ready for it. Again, I want to big up McAllister. I know he got a red card. Should never have been a red card. But like again, playing in a position he wasn't brought into playing and playing it to a good level again. And shout out to the front three for all getting a goal as well. I still didn't think the front three were great today. But yeah, they all got a goal and keeping ticking over. I'm just going to get out of the way now before we speak about it because I know everyone seems to think I've got a Klopp agenda. Remember at the beginning of the season, I said, I don't doubt Nunez being able to get goals. I doubt whether he'll get many goals because of the minutes he'll get. This is what I was talking about. I'll be honest, from about 65, 70 minutes after we got the third goal, I think, I saw Jota and Diaz looking leggy. Get Nunez on the pitch from that moment. I'll be honest
with you, Cal. I don't think Jota was really saying anything today again.
No, he wasn't. We'll speak about it in the play ratings. But again, I'm talking about him being more I actually think he improved when he went down to 10 men. And as the game got on, I think he got better. But the first half was atrocious, in my opinion. But why couldn't he get more minutes than that? Like, he surely should have got more minutes than what he got. What did he get? Like 5-10 minutes? That's not enough. That's not enough to get rhythm. And remember, I said
we were down to 10, though. We were down to 10. I think Klopp maybe would have brought him on earlier,
right?
If we weren't.
But even more.
No, because I think he probably thinks with Jota being better defensively than Diaz, better to keep more people who are more defensively minded on the pitch because we're down to 10 men. I think
Jota
that might have been the
before
thing.
Diaz, I think.
No, I think they came off at the same time.
No, I'm almost certain Jota came off before.
Wasn't it a double change? Diaz and
Jota came off first, and then Diaz came off for Tsimikas, and someone else came off for Nunez. Tsimikas and Nunez were the last two. Mo. Tsimikas was the last two, and Nunez were the last two subs. For me, Nunez should have been one of the. As soon as we got that third goal, I'm taking off either one of Jota or Diaz and bringing on Nunez. And the reason I say that is, one, Jota had a bad injury last season, so did Diaz. Yes, they had a good pre-season, but when you got down to 10 men, you want to compact and you want to hit teams on the break. Who's better to do that than Nunez, especially when they're going to be pushing up trying to get a goal or two? So for me, that was a bit frustrating. Not just that. How's the kid going to get any rhythm? And I said this when we signed him, and I got laughed out of the building. He's almost been bought to be Origi's replacement. The reason why people don't want to accept it is because of the price tag, though. But if you look how he's been implemented since he's been here, it's kind of been implemented like Origi was being implemented. And I don't know.
He's had more starts than Origi, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's because it was forced upon the club because we had no Diaz and we had no Jota for large portions of the season, bro. When they came back and when we got Gakpo, we kind of didn't really see Nunez. So I worry for the kid. I worry for him in terms of will he get the amount of games and minutes needed for him to build up that momentum to become the striker that many predict he can be. So we'll see.
Yeah, only second game though, isn't it? It's still
no. I hear that.
I reckon if we had 11 men on the pitch, he would have gave him a little more time today. But being down to 10 men, he wanted more players. But damn, saying that though, even Jota's pressing wasn't good. Jota's just not playing well at the moment. He's just not.
You know what? Let's get straight into player ratings then. Obviously Matt's not here, so we'll just do R2. No, Matt's actually giving his player ratings, but I won't reveal it to everyone until we've done ours. What are you giving for Ali?
He pulled off a couple of really good saves in the second half. I'll give Ali a 8.
Okay, I'm actually going to give Ali a 9. I thought the first 15 minutes were kind of criminal from him, but after that, I think he was brilliant. Like, I think, was it the last? He made like 3 saves towards the end, which again, it won't appear in the history books. But if one of those goes in,
The outstretched one was a really good save.
Well, there was the one that was close range. There was the one that he fingertipped over the bar, and then the one, as you said, where the player reverse shot and Ali still got a strong hand and fingertips to it. I'm gonna give him a 9.
Keeping it fair though, when he did that palm back in, if the 2 Bournemouth players, I think it was Billing and someone else, didn't get in each other's way, they probably would have scored. Like, he literally palmed it straight back into the danger
that's all
zone.
you could do, you know, Drift, to be fair, because it was
it was point blank. It was point blank, but maybe even like hit it up then, maybe to give defenders a chance to clear. Like, he literally just palmed it straight back into the danger area.
Never had a chance, you know, Drift. That came at him fast. Still, pause.
I might be being a bit harsh, but like, I hate when goalies just push it straight into the danger zone, because that's how Jota got our goal. The goalie did, do you know what I mean? Like, he just literally, like, he thought, I've made the save. No, bruv, you've left it in the danger zone. And Jota was able to.
Do you know what? I'm going to slightly change. I'm going to go 8.5 for Ali then.
No, you don't have to. Yeah,
no, because what you're saying is justified as well, and some of the other things he did. Trent.
Six and a half.
I'm struggling with Trent's one. I
liked some of his passing. I didn't like that he was at fault, or he was one of the culprits of the goal.
I think he was mainly at fault for the goal.
But then he did pick it up. Some of his crossing was good. Yeah, he was just above average. Just above average.
I was gonna go 6 for Trent.
Yeah, I can see why you did that. Yeah, 6.5. Yeah, I can see.
Ibu.
8.
I fully agree with you though.
You know what I liked? There was a few times he did some brilliant down the line passing I didn't even know he had in his locker.
There was times he ran out from the back with the ball. I thought it was Matip, bro. I had to clean my computer.
Like, I mean, down the, you know, them whipped down the line passes, like what Trent used to do to Mo.
Yeah,
Ibu did it a couple times. I was like, I didn't even know you had that in your locker, bro.
Yeah, Joel Canate, bro. Joel Canate.
Fair enough.
Virgil.
9.
9.5. Immense.
I don't want to jinx it, because obviously it could easily turn around.
I'm saying it.
But I did tell everybody last season, I just don't think he was on it. I think he wanted a World Cup because he missed the Euros, and then he came back from the World Cup and we couldn't win anything. So he was just in that like floating zone. It always looked mental to me. It did. It always looked mental. And it could have been fatigue as well, because remember we spoke about that stat, and he played more minutes than anybody in European football.
Bro. Running ragged.
I think it was from it was like a whole calendar year from the World Cup going back 12 months. He played more football than anybody played in the whole of Europe or whatever. So it could have been physical as well. He's had a proper summer holidays now, a resurgence from being made captain and that. But the last 2 games from Virgil, he's been bloody brilliant. And that's old school Virg now.
Not just the last pre-season as well.
Yeah, he was. He was good in pre-season. Although the only thing I will say to keep the energy fair, we were down to 10 men, and there was a moment in the second half where he kept staying up front, and he even drifted wide at one point. I was like, Virg, what if they counter-attack us, bro? Are you being told to do this? Or like, big man, I beg you get back in defense. Do you remember that when he did that? Like, don't get me wrong, we had them under a lot of pressure, but you know how easy a counter-attack can happen against us. So I was like, Virg, what are you doing out wide, bro? Like, get back. But other than that, and obviously nothing came of it, but yeah, he was bloody brilliant today.
Robbo.
I thought defensively Robbo was good. Offensively, I don't think he's got it anymore.
Defensively, Robbo was excellent today.
Yeah, but offensively, it's like he ain't got it anymore. Like he don't beat a man anymore, and his runs don't seem to like make like much sense anymore. And
to keep the energy correct for him, though, he's playing in a new system. In theory, his role isn't to be doing the whole up and down the flank thing anymore.
Yeah, true.
So
But
his
when he
main
gets
thing is
up there,
defending.
though, he used to be superb at it. The little inside runs and overlap.
Yeah.
It's like he don't really do it anymore.
That's
And his
because the
decision
system
making
changed,
is
bro.
a bit weird now when he gets into the final third. Robbo's crossing used to be immaculate. He doesn't even cross well anymore. I'm like, what's going on, Robbo, man? But defensively, it was really, really good.
Drew's on my wavelength still. That's all I'm gonna say. Drew's on my wavelength. That's all I'm gonna say. Either him or Teo Hernandez. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna go with an 8. I'm gonna go with an 8.
I'm going to go with an 8 for Robbo today as well. However, I still do believe Tsimikas should have started the game, but that's a conversation for a different day.
Yeah.
Mac 10. I ain't taking away nothing from McAllister for the red
Oh,
card.
absolutely not. No, not at all. 8.5. I thought Mac was really good.
Yeah,
that wasn't like you said, bro. It was borderline a yellow. It was actually borderline a yellow. He didn't show studs. All right, yeah, he might have kicked him just where the ankle is, which obviously. But the other guy's foot was up. They were just going for a bouncing ball. It wasn't stud showing. He didn't leave the ground. He was in control. The Bournemouth player wasn't even hurt.
His foot was down.
The Bournemouth player wasn't even hurt. He just looked around and did I get him sent off? Oh,
no, I'll be honest. It might have been a little knock in it, but that happens, bro. Like, that's football.
He wasn't hurt at all, bro. No, I'm trying to say that's how it wasn't even aggressive. That the Bournemouth player wasn't even hurt. He wasn't even hurt. It was just a knock. You roll over, you get up, boom, you get on with it.
Terrible decision.
Oh my God.
Terrible decision. But yeah, 8.5. Shall I tell you what I like about McAllister, which I don't think we've seen from our players? And again, I understand why, because I rate it. McAllister knows when to slow the game down by getting a free kick. And it's little things like that just change the momentum of the game. Like, he won't. I'm not talking about he's getting taken out, but he's in a position where there's enough of a foul for him to go, ref, I'm gonna go down here, blow the whistle so we can reset. But not just that, his composure on the ball. He is so composed on the ball. The guy's quality, man.
And his switch of play is amazing.
Yeah, it's
like he'll just literally get it, and you won't even realize the pass is on. And before you know it, he switched it, and you're like, "Oh shit! I didn't even know that pass was on." But that's why I wanted him, bro.
I know everyone went crazy for Salah's assist last week against Chelsea, but the pass from McAllister to Salah to set it up, I think people sleep on that pass. You know, but that pass.
No. I think he was getting love still.
No, not the love that he should have been getting, bro. That pass was crazy. Took out loads of players. The guy's quality, man. No, absolute quality.
Top quality.
Cody Gakpo.
I'm gonna go 6.5 for Gakpo, 7 maybe. I don't think he was brilliant, but again, he is playing out of position. But he was much better this week than he was last week. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 6 for Cody, and again, not because of his fault. He shouldn't even be playing in that position. So unfair on him.
His body strength is really good when he's playing in the 8, though. You can't really get the ball off him. Like once he shields the ball.
Sometimes there was a couple times he got nicked early in the game, and I was like, that's not like Cody, not like the new Cody. This is the Cody that first came to the Prem that was getting bullied around, not the post.
We were all crap for that first 20, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear it.
The whole team was crap.
It's not his fault though. Dominic. 10, man. If you don't say I will, 10. Run it up. Who wants to argue with me?
I was gonna go 9. I was gonna go 9.5, but I'm not gonna argue.
10. Yes, MP. 10 without a G or an A. Yes, because we don't just judge teams based on that. We don't just judge players based on that. He was a 10 today. Ran the show.
He was bloody brilliant.
Ran the show. The guy's quality. Do you know what I saw from him today? That just gave me a little glint in my eye. You see, when he starts to get older and maybe lose some of the athleticism, he could just drop back and do the dictating thing. Phenomenal signing. I'm so happy we signed him ahead of our rivals.
Yeah.
So happy. Player. So surprised some of our rivals slept on him. But I'm all for it.
He's a Liverpool fan, bro. They didn't waste their time. They didn't waste their time. Man. Unbelievable. Excellent. Yeah, what a player, man. But he's just getting used to the way we play. Once he's fully understood what's going on,
he don't get used to how we play. We get used to how he plays. Yeah, that's how it runs now.
And we got our third goal because the midfielder took a shot, bruv.
Bruv, did you see when he went on a run? Bruv, he went on a few runs. That's his thing. He says, what? Just stand and pop it about? No, I'm all right, thanks. What? Space? All right, cool. Let's go. Let's see who's going to keep up. Toretto. Fast and Furious. Let's see who's going to keep up.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Cool, man. Toretto, bro. La Familia.
Incredible signing, man.
Incredible. I don't even want to dwell on it, but if we'd have got Caicedo to play in this midfield, man, oh, shit. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, don't, bro. I called him Caicedo. How about that, bro? Mo Salah.
I felt very indifferent about Mo today. There was a couple of times I felt like he was being greedy, which has been completely the opposite of him recently because he's been so good at setting up other people.
Just a couple.
What I'm trying to be, I'm trying not to go too ham on him. And the thing is, you shouldn't really reflect on it when there's no need to. But if that's a 1-1 game today or something, you're like, Mo, wagwan, big man. With that, and he weren't the only one. We'll get on to the other guy who I thought was being quite greedy today as well. Another thing as well, since we're talking about him, please, Klopp, please. I don't, and I mean this with all respect. Mo knows I mean this with all respect.
Off penalties.
I don't give a shit whether Mo wants top goal scorer or what kind of stat padding he wants to do. I don't care about any of that. Get Mo off penalties and get Mo off penalties yesterday. Why is Mo on penalties when we've A, got a better penalty taker in the team, and B, he missed quite a lot and now I think he's overthinking it. When he takes penalties now, you can kind of tell he's remembering, I fucked up quite a bit last season. What am I going to do here kind of thing? Get Mo off penalties. I don't care if it means you don't get top goal scorer and all that. Who cares about any of that shit anymore? He's been Liverpool's top goal scorer for 6 years now or whatever it is. I don't care about that anymore. Put McAllister or Szoboszlai on penalties. I don't want Mo on penalties. Honestly, I don't want Mo on penalties anymore. Please, Klopp, just get him off them. But yeah, I don't know. 6.5. I'll go 6.5 for Mo today.
Okay, I know I'm going to rile people up, so I'm just going to say it quickly and keep it moving. I'm going 5.5 for Mo today.
Okay.
Jota.
I'm going to go 5 for Jota, and I'm only giving him a 5 because he scored. I'd probably be giving him a 4.5 if he didn't score.
Completely agree.
Yeah, he wasn't pressing. He wasn't holding the ball well. Pressing used to be what he was brilliant at. I'm like, why aren't you pressing anymore, Jota? He was the other greedy one. It wasn't just Mo. Jota was being greedy today as well. There was a good few times that Jota should have passed and he shot or tried to. I'm like, Jota, what are you doing, bro?
The amount of times Diaz was open on that far side, or Szoboszlai making the overlapping run from midfield. It was just pathetic. But do you know, I hate to even say it. It reminded me of one of those games where Mane and Salah were just doing the whole greedy thing because they had some little competition in the locker room before the game that no one else knew about.
Yeah.
It was just petty. It was childish. I'm sick of that nonsense now.
Yeah. I don't want none of that. I really don't. I want my forwards to take as much pride in getting an assist as they do a goal now. Do you know what I mean? Let's start sharing it out now. I don't bun all that. As Liverpool fans, if you got 20 assists and 4 goals, you think we'll care you only got 4 goals? You got 20 assists, bro. Don't allow the whole glory hunting shit now, man. I don't want that. We got 4, 5 brilliant forwards for goal scoring. Share it out. I don't care. I don't want this greedy thing. I really don't.
Yeah.
Miss
me out, man.
Only giving Jota a 5 because he scored. Because it was brilliant reaction to get the tap in for the goal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the greed, man. I'm not feeling the greed.
Luis Diaz.
I'm gonna go 8.5 for Diaz. Diaz was cooking today. But there were a few, he wasn't obvious. Nobody was good in the first 20 minutes. I don't think I still think he needs to be a bit better defensively. That's what's worrying me just a little bit. I know you shouldn't really judge a forward defensively, but we have to in our system. I still need Diaz to be a little bit. And I think it looked like he's got a hamstring problem, bruv, when he came off.
I think it was groin.
Bruv, either way, bruv.
Yeah, I know.
That's not good, bruv. Already. But Diaz's goal? Cal, talk to me about that goal.
Nasty.
Bruv, talk to me about that goal, bruv. That's 2-2. That's 2-2 for Diaz, bro.
Yeah, man, them told me. I was told he has no he's got no end product. I was told.
Not ambition. I don't know why I just said ambition. The invention to flip the ball up.
Balliness.
And the wickedest thing is, when he flicked it, I think he wanted to let himself have a bit more time to adjust, but he was even quick enough to react to the defender. It's like, oh shit, the defender's gonna get there. And hey, that goal was beautiful, bro.
Crazy.
Beautiful goal.
Crazy. 8.5, you said Drift?
Yeah, I'll go 8.5 because he scored.
I'm between an 8.5 and a 9. And the reason I say that, I thought his ball retention was excellent today. Know when to slow the game down, know when to... Even that... Do you remember when he went on the mazy run and took about 4 players on as well, and then he laid it off, and then they messed them up?
Defenders are shook of him. Defenders are shook, bro. When he's got the ball, defenders are shook.
I'm going to go 8.5 as well. But I do think it could have been a 9 had Jota and Salah actually passed to him quite a few times.
Yeah. But I love the fact that he can control the ball any way you need him to. Knee, waist, chest, shoulder. It doesn't matter. Like he's got so much like dexterity when it comes to like being able to control the ball. And that's why like a lot of the time he'll control passes that aren't really good passes, but he'll pluck it down and then he's gone. And you're like, that wasn't even a good ball, but Diaz made that a good ball. Like, brilliant.
He just got that X factor, man.
He does. And that's maybe why I'm being a bit harsh on him with like, maybe he should help defend a bit more. But I am used to our wing forwards having to help. And, he's got it in him. One thing I will say, he does seem to be getting tired a lot around the 70-minute mark now, all the time. Do you think he just overruns himself into the ground, or do you think he's got a bit of a stamina issue in the Premier League? He just always seems around the 70th minute like he's knackered all the time.
I think he probably runs himself into the ground. But as I say all the time, I don't think our training methods help.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
Let's go into the substitutions. Endo.
Said you learned that in the street,
Nice.
Diaz is fresh from the the street, the footballing in the streets, 100%.
Endo. Rolling and full rolls.
I'm just gonna give Endo a 5. I'm just gonna give him a 5. I thought it was average. He wasn't on the field for long. It is harsh. You're right. It is harsh to judge him in that. I'm just gonna give him a 5.
I agree. Elliot.
4. He weren't good when he came on.
I fully agree with that as well. It's the first time we've pretty much agreed with most of the player ratings. Nunez.
That's a 5. He wasn't really on for long.
He did win the ball back. There was a time where the ball was sort of on the left-hand side of the pitch and everyone was fighting for it. He just rolled through and took off the Bournemouth players if to say, stop messing about, man.
And I think he did do a nice 1-2 with Sabozalai, I think it was.
Yeah.
But he wasn't on the field for long. Yeah, he wasn't on the field for long.
Simicasa, same energy, wasn't really on the pitch.
5. Yeah, wasn't on the field for long, was he? 5.
I'm actually going to go 6 for Gomez, though.
I
thought he got involved. I think he did some nice stuff when he came on as well. Kept it simple, shored up that side a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Rating for Klopp.
I'll give Klopp a 7. I think other than Elliot, the substitutions were good. I know we were saying that Nunez should have come on before, but I get why he thought Jota's better defensively, and we are down to 10 men. The first 20 minutes, I don't even know if you can blame Klopp for that. It looked like the players just weren't at it. I guess the manager is a part of that, but the players have to take responsibility themselves as well. 7. I give Klopp a 7.
So I go 6 for Klopp.
Fair dues.
Um,
The people agree with both of us, to be fair, 6 and 7s.
yeah, I'll be honest. Anything I know, some people have said, 3 and all that. Like we did win the game, and we played out better than Bournemouth for the majority of the game. So I think that's harsh.
I do get a feeling that some people just dislike Klopp now. But
I'm gonna be real with you. Klopp frustrates the hell out of me at the moment. I love him to bits, but it's gonna sound corny. I love him, but I'm not in love with him at the moment. Like it's what like that's how I feel about him at the moment. Like I'll ride out for Klopp. He's Klopp to the death in it, but I'm not in love with him at the moment. Like he frustrates me a lot because he's so much better than what he's showing at the moment, and it's almost like he's just trying to be someone he's not, and it's not working.
Oh, I don't agree with that. I don't think he's trying to be. I think he's just reinventing himself like all good managers do. And, you know, it will take time. One thing I will say as well that people are underestimating, I think, is we navigated the game brilliantly with 10 men. And you have to give the manager some credit for that.
Yeah.
Because the manager is part of that tactically, whatever. So we went down to 10 men with a big chunk of the game. There's about half an hour left in the game. That's a long time to only have 10 men. A long time. And I know everybody was a little bit worried at that moment because we were only 2-1 up. And we went and got the third goal and we saw the game out. So, you know what I mean?
Happy to have 3 points on the board. That game next week is going to be flipping tough, though.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to lie. I'm not looking forward to that game.
No, neither am I.
But this is the Premier League season. Guys, if you haven't, please do get your viewers review in as soon as possible so we can get that out as soon as possible. Remember to film it in landscape. Keep it between a minute and 1 minute 30 if you can, please, guys. Send that to teamkopish@gmail.com. That is teamkopish@gmail.com. Link will be in the description as well. Your man of the match, is it the same as mine? Is it Szoboszlai, Drift?
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Do we sign a player between now and our next game?
No. I don't think we'll sign another player before the window shuts.
Oof. Wow, did not see that coming. Let me hit up the supers. Omar says, Diaz, Trent injury concern with Mac. Red, we're effed. I think the Mac one gets overturned. Diaz and Trent, I'm concerned about.
Cal, you know what these officials are like, bro. Listen, I don't think they're going to overturn the Mac one. I don't think they are, I really don't.
Bayesian Reds TV says, boys, how's that red card? Firstly, big up Bayesian Reds TV. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. No idea, bro. No idea. Silver Spring says, Szoboszlai. I'm not vexed. I'm not even angry today. Kojo put me on blast, man. He put me on blast. I've got family members who've been like, I never knew you get angry like that at football. Yeah, I do. Thanks, Kojo. Got my aunt thinking me differently now. Big up Kojo as always. Silver Spring says, Szoboszlai plays for Liverpool Football Club. Tell him again, Silver Spring. Doesn't it feel good? Teke said, referee is a B. Has it out for us. Can we appeal? We better appeal that. Teke, Endo looks clean on the ball. Dom is a beast. Definitely. Tron says, wanted to Endo my life watching that first 20 minutes. I hear you. Pete says, Virgil, Robbo, Dom, Diaz, best players today need a DM. Completely agree with that. Liam says, was in the ground and can tell you Endo played well. Fair enough, Liam. Again, another difference. It will be different seeing it on TV than in the ground as well. So I appreciate it.
I slightly disagree that a guy's overall performance is easier to tell when you're there or not. Like, I'm still watching what he's doing.
No, it is, Drift. It's different because we'll see a lot of things. Remember, we can only see what the camera wants us to see to an extent in it. You won't see certain things watching it on TV.
I appreciate that.
But runs and stuff, we won't see that.
But the things I didn't like still happened, if that makes sense, though. Like, it didn't matter whether I watched it on telly or whether I was there live. I didn't like what But again, I'm not being harsh on the kid. He
I
just got
genuinely-
it. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, I thought he was all right today, man. I thought he was all right.
fair dues. I got high hopes for the guy. Maybe high standards.
The red card forced Klopp to drop the high line, and the defense looked much better. Facts. Forget this new system; it's causing more problems instead of being the answer. I agree with that. Hayming C says, I paid to say get more of pens. We have Dom, thanks. We have McAllister. I think everyone's sleeping on McAllister for penalties. Like McAllister.
No, I would make it McAllister. I'd make it McAllister.
And if anyone actually watches Szoboszlai, he goes the same way every single time. It's so good. No, I'm not even joking.
No,
I
know, but I've seen it. I think it's like 10 in a row, bro.
Yeah, someone will eventually clock onto that.
He just goes higher or lower, bro.
Yeah,
It's like, man, let's play the Price is Right, bro. It's like, you know which way I'm going, bro. I'm going bottom corner or top corner, big man. What are you doing?
Nice, true. Evlas says, thoughts on Mo's pen, and do you like him as our pen taker, or do you prefer someone else? McAllister, Evlas, McAllister. And then
I don't want Mo to take another penalty for Liverpool. I really don't.
I'll be honest with you. I think there's about 3 or 4 penalty takers in the team better than Mo. I'm not even trying to take the mick there. I genuinely believe McAllister is. I think Szoboszlai is. I think Trent is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So again, just my humble opinion there.
And from what I've from what we've seen overall of the players, I probably would be a little bit like, oh, why did we do that? But like Jota's pretty decent at penalties. Jota actually slots his penalties. What it is with Mo, for me, I feel like when Mo takes a penalty, he kind of hits and hopes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't really like penalty takers that hit and hope. I want my penalty taker to actually know where he's putting it. And even though there's a few times Mo's placed it, I'd probably say about 50% of the time he just hit and hopes. I don't need my penalty taker hitting and hoping. I don't like that. So yeah.
Shout out to
big up, Gaz.
I need one of you to tell my wife I'm leaving her for Szoboszlai. You might not be the only one, bro.
Bugsy not it.
Musa says Klopp said last season the penalty taker is his decision. He needs to grow some balls and select a new pen taker. Even a few years ago, Mo and Millie had to sort it out for themselves because he selected both of them. Someone's got to take control of that situation. Maybe the captain also could take control of that situation, and Klopp just goes, all right, captain's made his decision, deal with it. But really, it should just be the manager. Let's be real.
I think the whole club collectively let Mo take it because they know he can get top goal scorer. Like, I think it's a collective thing. We're all let Mo take it. So
I don't care about that stuff anymore.
No, neither do I. But I don't think we can blame the captain, the manager. I think everybody at the club just thinks, let Mo take the penalties.
It has to lay at the feet of the manager. He makes final decisions on stuff.
Yeah, all right. In that respect, I get you. But like, I don't think there's anybody at the club who's got a problem with it, though, if you get what I mean. I think collectively, everybody thinks, let Mo take it so he can be top goal scorer. But that shit's got to stop now. I don't care about top goal scorer anymore.
It should have stopped last season.
Yeah. When he missed 2 in a row, I think it was. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Ty says Klopp is going to run the front 3 into the ground. I hope not. Jamrock says Trent was hobbling at full time, same as Diaz. I know, I'm concerned about that. Planner Boy TX says Klopp trying to be Pep, and that's what's hurting him. Which Pep? At this point, I've got to actually ask, which Pep? Which Pep is he trying to be like? Hayming says super to inform you all. Tom Bramall is a United fan. Who's Tom Bramall?
Is that who today's ref was?
Oh, is that the right? Oh,
I'm just asking. Hey,
it
was Tom because I didn't recognize him.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him.
Miss Sinclair says Endo calling for the ball, no hiding, decent start. Yeah, I'd expect that from a footballer, though, to be honest. Bayesian Reds TV says Endo was tidy with the ball and looked comfy, and I noticed he pays attention to gaps defensively. He's going to help us, to be honest. Hashtag Endo Warrior. That's the new hashtag. Dynamic Edition says thoughts on the foul for the pen. And when I first saw it, I thought it might have been a dive. When I saw it back, there was contact, but it was soft. There was
Yeah,
contact.
It's one of those ones where he felt it and he went down, and
Yeah.
that happens every single week. So at least one went for us.
Yeah.
We should have got a penalty last week, so evens
Well,
itself out, as they say.
Oh, for the handball, I actually don't think it was by the letter of the law, you know, Drew.
I know, but it was on target. And for me, I think if it hits a hand and it stops it going in, regardless of if the player deliberately did it or not. I mean, that's what the rules were last year. I know they've changed. Do you know what? They think this is like FIFA or Pro Evo, where like every year you got to change something. Why do the rules change every single year? Have you noticed that, Cal? Every single year they change the rule. Why? Why do you keep changing the rules every single year? This ain't a computer game.
I wasn't upset about that, Drift, if I'm going to be honest. Last week.
What,
I wasn't
last
upset
week? I wasn't pissed, but it was on target for me. I think that was a penalty. If you go back and you look at the penalty that was given against, was it a Newcastle player? Who had a penalty given against them and it hit their elbow and it was behind their back, and it was like, how can that be more of a penalty than a header on target? Like, make it make sense, innit? But
I hear you. Well, people, we are going to wrap up here. As we said, get your viewers review in if you haven't already, or start to get those in. I want to get those out as soon as possible. Unless anything breaks over the weekend, we will be back on Saturday, Monday. So make sure you tune in for the Monday night live show as always. Could have a members video dropping by the end of the week as well. So make sure you look out for that. So Bayesian Reds TV says Drift Mason Mount looks like horse poop. I guess that is dodge a bullet there. No comment. I was gonna bring that up privately with you. I still will bring that up with you privately.
No. Come on, man. If Man United aren't using him correctly, and he's only
how we would have used it
there as well. No. But the way Man United play is very like counter-attack based kind of thing, innit? I don't know. I think give Mount a bit of time. I think it's a little bit harsh for you to judge him after 2 minutes. Jesus Christ! After 2 minutes, after 2 games. Sorry, not 2 minutes. Oh, blood fire on him! But
tell you what hurts me in that game.
We'll see.
Seeing Basuma cooking again.
Spencer, I think that's how you pronounce it. Fantasy Code. It's on our Twitter page, bro.
On our Twitter, it's the pinned tweet.
It's on our Twitter page, bro, for the Fantasy League. And yeah, big up everyone who jumped into the fantasy. I was this close to putting Isaac in my team last week, and I didn't. I was so upset afterwards, man.
I've got a confession to make. I still haven't sorted mine out, so I'll get that sorted before next week.
So that means you've missed 2 weeks worth of points.
I'll be honest, Drift, it wouldn't really make a difference in the end, bro, because I never really do well at fantasy. So just being honest.
Fair dues.
No one's gonna really miss out on it. But now, people, enough love to you all. Liverpool collected 3 points today. Our first win of the season, hopefully the first of many to come. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We've hit 30k. We're on the road to the moon. Peace and blessings to you all. Have a phenomenal rest of the weekend until we see you on our next show. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish from out, people. Take care.
Peace.